Hi guys, welcome back to Mila's Best Life Lately. I bet you're wondering, what are we talking about today? The little aspects of it that I have used to heal myself through self-love, through developing this abundance mindset. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about habits and rituals that are definitely ADHD busy bitch approved that I think you'll absolutely love. And I'll also get into the science and the woo-woo along with it, because I know what you're thinking, like, I'm not very woo-woo, I'm not very this. Well, everyone in a sense is spiritual in some capacity. It is a spectrum. Spirituality is influence. Spirituality is simply the programming that we receive when we are in cultivation of other media. For example, when I have done studies on influencer culture for my Substack, I've learned through the cultivation theory, the more we see affluent content, the more likely we want to make affluent content. And that's a free article if you're interested. But nonetheless, let's get into it. I'm going to talk to you about the things that helped with my mindset shift and everything like that have really helped me heal in such a good way, because I feel like self-love and self-hatred are some of the most powerful things, to the point where they can actually physically affect your physical health. Our brain and our heart is so powerful. And keep in mind, this is important because we can die from a broken heart. Like, I actually had my doctor be like, hey, maybe get some therapy, because it's just one of those things where we can feel it in our chest. It's pain, it's aching, it's inflammation, it's all the things that desperately hold us back from receiving love, happiness, and success. Some point, we all suffer from low vibrational things: self-hatred, jealousy, just being tired or bored with life, being bored of ourselves, not being happy with ourselves, looking at, realizing, I feel this way, my life is like this, and then you're thinking that it's a you issue, when really it's a reality issue, and you can shift that, you can change that. When we as women promote self-love within ourselves, and when we as women don't just promote self-love but also become selfish women, the world hates that, but we love it, because the world heals, and the people who say they don't like that are the people who benefit from taking everything from us and then giving us nothing in return. So please ignore those people. Key point number 1, princess treatment requires princess behavior. Now, I'm not talking about the whole demure, oh, my husband talks to the waiter for me. No. I'm talking about princess treatment requires princess behavior. Think of the people's princess. Yes, kind, elegant, charitable, nice, and open, and humble. Think of the things that give you not just the ability to give star quality within yourself, but also the way that you impact other people. Because I can tell you impact people in a positive way all the time, through the joy that you bring and the uniqueness that you bring and everything. You are a joyful person to be around, and you add value. Understanding your value and acting like it is important, because we can know our value. We can know, like, oh, hell, I'm a really talented writer, or like, hell, I'm really good and I'm really business minded, or hey, I love doing XYZ. And you can say that I'm really good at this, I add value to these conversations, but you're not really clicking to it. You're not acting on it. You aren't doing the things that you could easily be doing. Sorry for snapping, but this is my way of kind of getting us vibing together. But in actuality, we need to hold ourselves to a high standard. And I don't mean that to scare you. I sincerely mean that in a way where we need to start embodying the person that deserves all of it. And here's the thing, is that you already, in your own state, in your own being, in your own body, right here in this state and time, no matter what you've been doing, how you feel, whatever is going on in life, whatever you feel guilty of, etc., no more. You are fully worthy and capable of being loved exactly as you are, in the way you want to be loved, seen, and heard. End of story, period. Do not try and argue with that. It is now time for part 2, and that is to silence your inner critic. I highly recommend really unlocking your brain with those like CAI files. I've been doing research. I'm trying to figure out the best places to go and like get them, but I want you to basically hone in, and through good meditation practices. I like to meditate a little bit every day, maybe when I'm in class and I'm nodding off, maybe when I'm on the bus, maybe right before I go to bed or right when I wake up. I'll take the moment to just have my eyes be barely open and it'll still be blurry, and just to think about it. I take the initiative to focus and to practice focusing on small things. And I know that sounds weird, but like, even if it's nothing, I practice meditatively focusing on small things. And that has not just helped heal, I feel like, my brain when I'm really scattered, but in actuality, where I feel like it gives me the power to switch perspectives, switch minds, and to take certain things and switch them on and off. And here's the thing is, I have OCD. So it is impossible for me to switch off my negative critic. It's always, the world's gonna implode, this is gonna happen, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, shush. It's time that we start practicing silencing our inner critic. And if you're someone who struggles with the hard cutoff, that it's just not happening, sometimes acknowledgement and then dismissing it. You could simply say to yourself, when that negative critic comes into your head, you could be like, hey, you are seen, but you're not perceived anymore. You've perceived, but you can go now, dismissed. And that has also been helpful. Get rid of your inner critic, because otherwise you are always fighting with the logic to your dream reality. Your dream reality and logic can be the same thing, but we like to think in this material world that they're two separate things. We're not doing that no more. So basically, we feel the need to really, really criticize ourselves, and we are our own worst critic. And I can guarantee you that if you are a very, 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 very self-conscious person, that most likely, yes, everything is indeed kind of about you, but it also isn't. Where if you're worried, like, oh, did they do this? Do they feel this way? Did they see me do this thing? Oh, they must think I'm weird, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing, is that not everything's about you. Everyone has to deal with their own garbage. Their own garbage. Yes, yes, yes. So people might not notice your small infractions that you have placed for yourself. I'm like, oh, no one cares. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. Nobody cares. That's the freeing part. That is the part that is so freeing. Nobody cares. Therefore, only you should care, because it is what you make of it. It is your decision, your time, your life, your energy. You get to make the meaning of it, not someone else's. Get into self-care rituals. Self-care is survival. It is not a form of overconsumption or splurging. Self-care in itself is a right, and it is survival oriented. So maybe that means making my bed every day. Maybe that means having my gua sha by my bedside. So therefore, if I am going to stay up really late, I might as well gua sha. It could be making sure that no matter what, rain, shine, no matter what time I get home, no matter what time I go to bed, I always make sure I wash my face. Self-care can mean making sure that no matter what, I'm showering every day. Self-care can mean that I'm just making sure I'm wearing clean underwear today or tomorrow. That can be self-care. Self-care can just mean making sure that you are eating a proper meal when you get home and a proper meal when you get up. Self-care is survival, but it's also energy work, in the sense where you should understand your value as that high, mighty, gorgeous, princess, beautiful queen of a girl, where maybe she doesn't have to worry about taking off her makeup like that. Maybe she doesn't have to worry about the clean underwear dilemma. Maybe she doesn't have to worry about that. Therefore, it is now time for you to really think about the small things you can set in place and automate to make your life feel better, and to implement that to stress out those worries, because everything is vibrational. Every single thing you do, me making videos like this, even if they don't get posted, it is vibrational. I also have my vision board right over there. I look at her every day. I pray to Aphrodite. I give thanks. I am full of gratitude. I do EFT tapping. The whole point is that it's grounding, it's soothing, but then I can basically help take affirmations and make them feel safe. Because yes, affirmations can feel hostile. They can make you feel unsafe, which means that you've outgrown them in some capacity. And that has been extraordinarily helpful. I want to keep this video condensed, so I'm going to give you my bullet points, and then my next video, I'd love to talk about romantasy world building, because that is the rebrand. EFT tapping, sehr gut. Also, take advantage if you just happen to stay up really late all the time, and do something with it. Number 2, treat yourself, treat your life like what you are worth. Know your power, embody that. Next, princess treatment requires princess behavior. Next, hold yourself up to a higher standard. Next, not everything's about you, and that is great. Everything is energy. Self-care is survival, and it's magic. Remember, chico bonitas, besties, freebies. If you love talking about femininity and intellectualism, you should check my Substack. If you love talking about creative writing and romanticy and everything like that, you should check out this page. If you like this but you want short form content about being a high maintenance college student, you should check out my TikTok. Yeah. Blessed. Save this vid for later, and of course hit the plus and notification bell for when I eventually post again. Bye-bye, lovelies. Bye-bye.